sometimes when we read the Bible, we read it in segmented stories, and we forget that there are events that led up to these events, right? Now, I have a really special place in my heart for Lazarus and his sisters, Mary and Martha. We see them several times in the Gospels, and every time we see them, they're in their home. And Lazarus and Mary and Martha were definitely Jesus's very close friends. He stayed at their house anytime that he was nearby. He had many meals there. The first time we're introduced to this family is in Luke 10. Maybe you remember the story where Mary is serving and Martha is sitting at Jesus's feet. And, she kind of complains to Jesus that Mary isn't helping her. And we find Jesus kind of reprimanding Martha. And he says that Mary has chosen the better thing. You know that story? Okay. The second time that we see them is in John 11. And here, Lazarus is sick. And the sisters get a message to Jesus. And they tell him, the one that you love is sick. And they say, please come. And Jesus gets the message. And he waits 3 days before he goes to Bethany. And Lazarus dies. And when Jesus gets there, Mary and Martha they're distraught. And Jesus enters the town, and the Bible tells us that he has an individual encounter with each one of them. And both of them say to him some version of, Lord, you're here now, but if you had been here before, why they're struggling with this feeling that God had shown up late to their situation. Have you ever felt like God was late to your situation? But we know and we're encouraged when we read this story that God is never late. He just doesn't exactly run on our schedule, right? And so in John 11, Jesus leads them to the tomb, and we have this epic moment where he announces that he is the resurrection and the life. Throughout the book of John, he has all these I am statements. And this is the big one where he says, I am the resurrection and the life. And he says, Lazarus, come out of the grave. And Lazarus comes out of the grave. Their brother, who was dead for 4 days, was raised to life in front of their eyes. And the Bible says that many believed in Jesus because of what they saw that day. Okay, so now we turn the page and we come to John chapter 12. It says this. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany where Lazarus lived, whom Jesus had raised from the dead. Here a dinner was given in Jesus' honor. Martha served while Lazarus was among those reclining at the table with him. Then Mary took about a pint of pure nard, an expensive perfume.